Hello, ladies and gentlemen, mutants, witches, werewolves, vampires, ghosts, whatever you are, aliens, welcome. Today, I'm going to try to talk about some of my wake up episodes. I hope I'm not interrupted. I don't think I put my sign on the door out front. I do sell certain things just to keep some change in my pocket. Yeah. Um, So yeah, wake up call. Um, I'm almost afraid to talk about these. But anyway, I was in high school and and I was smoking Love Boat, PCP, and weed. Um, so it was lunchtime one day, and I think I smoked with some classmates, and I must have been too high. I got really paranoid, and I thought some men were after me, some maintenance men on a college campus because my high school was near a college campus. And it was all kinds of nooks and crannies and buildings and places to smoke and just do all kinds of stuff, right? So I thought they were after me. And I just knew they were after me or somebody was after me. And I went to my dad's job. He was living at the time. Went to his job and he was very upset, angry. The next thing I know, I was being admitted to a hospital. Um, and so I get to this hospital and uh, I meet some people. Somehow, another one of the guys was able to bring some PCP back into the hospital, into the facility. And we smoked. And I am telling you, I saw trees walking. I saw all kinds of things because we had big windows for some reason in this place, this hospital. You could even sneak outside, and we did. We went and got on the swings. They had stuff out there for the children's unit or whatever, and so basically that was a small wake up call. It's just, I could see other things when I smoked PCP. I could feel things that weren't right in front of me. It was in a different realm. As a baby wake up call. Mind you, I was only 17. I was in high school. But after that, um, there was something very strange that happened a year or two later. Um, I was still smoking PCP, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't to the point where I think I should have had a meltdown. So I have a meltdown. I My parents were living at the time. They actually didn't know what was going on because I was just blurting out things. I saw people lighting cigarettes with their hands, and I didn't know what any of it meant. I was just walking in people's houses. I was, I don't exactly know. I was acting very weird. And my parents ended up taking me to another hospital. Um, this time I stayed in that hospital. The first time it was like 2 weeks, a week or 2 weeks. The second trip for the second wake up call, because I thought, I'll tell you some of the things I thought, but the second time it was in October. I think I left that place January the next year. And then I got out, and then February I was back again because I kept thinking that the devil was trying to bother me, trying to mess with me. The devil. I saw a lot of scary movies when I was young. Had no business seeing them. However, I've always thought something scary was after me. When I was little in the house by myself, sometimes I was scared to go out to the kitchen because I thought something was in the dining room or the living room that was going to get me. And I had a lot of doll babies, a lot of them. And Beyond the Door was a movie that I saw when I was young, and it had doll babies in there walking around talking and scaring the children, and it kind of scared me. So I've always been like a scary person. It's my kitty. Um, Kitty September. So I go to this hospital and I was put in a quiet room because I was marching. I was in the band. I was a pom pom girl for high school, and I was marching. I wouldn't stop marching. I was talking about this stuff. I don't know what I was talking about. I was just doing all this stuff, and they put me in a quiet room. And Thorazine was the shit back then, so I was Thorazined and put in a quiet room, and I was labeled and had a reputation of being crazy amongst the other patients. But they were crazy too. They were in the same place I was. So anyway, I met this girl. I had a roommate at one point, and it was a new roommate. I was coming out of my own room, going into a roommate, going into the community or whatever. And so the roommate they put me with, I get in there. It's kind of like nighttime. I get in there, and it's a white girl. She gets in the window. I told you these windows were big too. She gets on the windowsill and gets in the window, and she's like, "Satan, take over this world now!" And she had that green Queen Helene mask stuff on her face and cheap shit. She had that on. That shit was scary as shit because I was like, "Oh my god." She was ready for the devil to come right there and just take over. And in this particular place, I had some devil experiences. They had to, what you call it? What's the straps they put on you? They had to strap me down because I thought I was being possessed, doing all the devil shit. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I really don't. I was throwing up. Every time they tried to put me in group, I would disrupt the group some kind of way, and they had to take me away. All these motherfuckers had to come and get me. Matter of fact, switching from unit to unit, motherfuckers had to be more than like four. It was always a lot of people trying to handle me and bring me from one unit to the other. And I thought the staff at this place was trying to trick us. And I demanded a dictionary, and I was looking up words and shit. Tell me why the first word I looked up, I was only, let me see, I may have been 18. So I'm demanding because I guess the side effects of whatever medicine they had me on was blurring my vision. I could barely see and shit. And I thought they was trying to kill us and do something to us. And I was demanding a dictionary. I got the dictionary. I'm looking up words. The first word I come to was comeuppance. No bullshit, comeuppance. Why this word? Then I read it as best I could, and it had something to do with punishment. I was like, oh shit. But as time went on, I got a little bit better, but not really. Like, okay, so I left that place in January or something of the next year, from October to January-ish. Then I was back in February because I was on the way to school. I had smoked some boat with somebody, smoked some PCP. Love boat, that's what they call it. And I don't know, I guess I freaked out, or my parents took me back to this place. Took me back to this place, and I went back to the place. It was a joke at this point because, you know, you could smoke cigarettes. You could really do whatever you want to do. Well, tell me why some of the staff members were trying to hit on me. I did get raped in there, in this place. I don't know why one of the staff members did that. Um, and so, anywho, long story short, 'cause I don't want it to be too long. So I went back in February because I relapsed, and then I couldn't go back to public school, so I was going to school at the hospital, regular school and everything, but it was just there. And um, I don't know. So it was just really weird. And so the third time I went back, nothing really happened that much. It was just still devil stuff. Like I remember one of the counselors asking me, "So what is it that you truly want or whatever?" And I was like, "I want the devil to leave me alone," because I didn't know if now thinking back was somebody trying to contact me from another dimension or realm or what or hell. So anyway, I went back home. No, I had to go to Second Genesis. If you ever heard of Second Genesis, that's a long-term drug treatment program. I had to go there. So I remember. So when I went there in February, got out in March. I was in Second Genesis, and March, April, I was in Second Genesis, and really didn't have any wake up call there. But my father did pass while I was in Second Genesis. I came out of my room one morning and I saw some family members in the lobby of Second Genesis. I thought I was going home, but actually they were coming to tell me that my pops had passed, and so we moved. We moved uptown, and then it started. It really started then. So now this is 1985. We're uptown, DC, big house. My dad did have an opportunity to show me the house before he passed. I had a visitor's pass to go out one time, and my dad came and picked me up from the hospital, and he was like, "Yeah, this is the new house we're gonna move in." They was trying to improve, I guess, everything to try to help me or just improve our family, whatever. And so he did show me the house, and so we moved up there. Shortly after we moved up there, we moved there in July. So October came, and I had met my first husband. I met my first husband in August. So we moved up there in July. I met my first husband in August. But by October, um, one day, I'm going to talk about it in another segment because this is already too long. So that's what happened at first. And now I'm going to go into what happened next. I'll see you in a second.